It's like when you realize that you're Black, you are starting day one at a job for the rest of your life, explaining your worth.
Ain't no time for faking jacks, stop faking jacks. The brothers that fake jacks get laid on their back. Ain't no time for faking jacks, stop faking jacks.
I feel like I don't have a specific moment. Well, I mean, some people could have like one defining moment where they're like, I am Black. But for me, it was like these little things that would just add up over time.
It didn't really like hit me until high school. And when I first got there, I thought it was a majority Black school just because of how many Black kids were, or like people of color in my classes. When I did finally get into AP classes, that was when I realized that, oh, this school is majority white, but they're just all in upper classes.
I won't forget, it was like kindergarten, and I had like this really good best friend. He was Caucasian. We like did everything together. We like hung out all the time. Then like I tested into like the gifted program. He told me, he was like, yeah, I'm glad we're friends now. My parents told me, you know, it's good to have smart Black friends like you. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a weird compliment, but like, sure.
I hang out with white kids and they'd be like, you're not like other Black people. You're so articulate. Even teachers would be like, oh, like you have a lot of things going for you. Like you're the only Black girl in the class, things like that. Like saying that as like a badge of honor when really like that's all bullshit.
It's frustrating. Like, I actually had someone my freshman year ask me what my grades were and what I did in high school. Just ask me like, how did I get into school?
My friends were really into the pool as a kid, and I'd go to the pool, my hair would get like wet and it would get like a little nappy, get a little like fro, and they'd just be like, what's going on? You know, people would like laugh at little things, or always pointing out like, oh, like you're different, or, like you're doing that like differently, or like the music that my parents listened to, they were just like, what's that? You know, and it was just like the Temptations, but still like they'd be like, it's not the Eagles? Yeah, I hate classic rock. I know nothing about classic rock.
The Black population expected me to act a certain way, and because I didn't act that way, they didn't really want to be around me. I actually like realized like, wow, like this is what it means to be Black. It's upsetting that I can't just be a person that has a certain background, but it doesn't make me any worse or better than someone else.
When you are a kid growing up in a predominantly white community, you try to assimilate. I assimilated a lot, which is bad, but I assimilated a lot like in like the way I acted, the way I talked, things like that, and I got heat for. I wasn't Black enough to be hanging out with the Black kids all the time. I still had like some white interests.
I was constantly always aware of my color coming up where I grew. We rode around and we would always see like Confederate flags. I would hold doors for like elderly people. They wouldn't say anything, or they would like clutch their purses a little bit, but you're just holding the door. So like I would do it regardless. Like I didn't let that change me. Like I wasn't gonna change who I was. Why would I do that? Then I'm just proving you're right, or doing what you want me to. You want to put me in a cage.
Like that sucks how like a lot of Black people, when they realize that they're Black, it's not fun or happy or like an exciting thing. Like it's not something where it's like, oh wow, like I'm Black, like look at this culture, look at like all this cool stuff about me. It's all like, damn, I'm Black, shit, like I won't find love in my life, like I won't be able to be successful or because of what I look like, and I have to like prove myself, not even double. Like I feel like now it's like you have to prove yourself like 10 times more just to get the bare minimum.
It was just so many jokes. My like childhood was riddled with so many jokes about being Black, and that was so like, sometimes I felt like, I mean, what else am I other than Black? Because like, everyone just keeps bringing it up all the time. Like, I know I'm Black. You don't need to remind me. Because then it'd be a weird thing of if I talked about being Black, they'd be like, why are you bringing race into this? Why are you like talking about this all the time? It's like, so it's okay when everyone else reminds me that I am Black, but the second I start talking about my own experience, start justifying things, start like actually trying to make you see how I see the world, which I never forget that I'm Black now, because growing up, you made sure I knew. It's like now, like you're uncomfortable talking about it. It's only on like your terms that I'm allowed to talk about Blackness, which is like really fucked up.
Discovering I was Black at a young age, it did definitely affect me, but like I think it grew me. I probably would like let myself find out sooner. Like tell myself like, look, you're gonna go through this, but you're gonna do it, and you're gonna like overcome, and you're gonna be strong for it. So like, yeah, I'm glad. I'm proud of my country.
Ain't no time for faking jacks, stop faking jacks.